Hello and welcome to the club. I'm your host, Philip Landers.
And I'm his co-host, Cayden Burrow.
This talk show is back for year 2 with the intention of highlighting all our sports programs here at Cave City High School and a few of our extracurricular activities as well.
We're back. The story arc continues. Wait, am I supposed to film?
Let's talk golf.
All right, well, for golf, the top 2 male and female scores at the Cherokee South tournament on the 20th. Rhett King got a 43, Caleb Cates got a 46, Kelsey Dillinger with 58, the best, and Kennedy Qualls with a 62, which actually means she's the best, but you know.
Well, it's the lowest score on 9 holes. Those are both excellent scores. I'd be thrilled to death if I could beat 60. That would be a miracle.
I couldn't even get one.
They played at Cooper's Hawk later, too, the next day, looks like.
Best golf I could play is on the Wii, but you know.
Yeah, okay. How'd they do at Cooper's Hawk?
At Cooper's Hawk, the top 2 female and male scores on the 21st was Caleb Cates again with a 46, Rhett King with a 53, Kelsey Dillinger with a 59, and Kennedy Qualls with a 63.
Cross country is idle this week, but they'll be kicking off their season after Labor Day, and we look forward to getting to talk to some of those kids too down the road.
Yes, sir. And for football game on the 23rd, Cave City versus Mark Tree. Mark Tree won 20-9. Clayton Walling, number 25, and John Llewellyn, number 72, with 4 tackles each. That's pretty good. And Camden Malinzik, number 13, with 31 yards and 1 field goal.
That was a good scrimmage for our boys in our junior high. Played well, too, and they had some 7th graders who got into the junior high scrimmage. Yeah. Kind of got to play up a little bit there. And a lot of players with playing time, a lot of spots to fill, and confidence looks good for football going into this year.
It was pretty close for a while in that game before it got a little bit away from us.
Yeah,
we work on keeping the momentum, then we can carry that forward.
Yeah. And by the way, Mark Tree probably going to be Final Four over there in Class 2A. We'll watch them this season, see how they do.
Yeah.
Let's talk tennis. We've got a lot of tennis here for you. They've had a couple of game dates recently. They played Clinton on the 22nd, and our singles winners were Cam Fowler, Addie Green, Mason Simmons, and Michael Otwell. Thank you. Grandpa got to get some new glasses here, buddy. Our double winners were Elijah Beller and Hayden Herndon, and Weston Dickerson and Aiden Smith. Also Jocelyn Nail and Katie Bacon notched a win in doubles. Later on the 26th in August, that is, with a big tri-match day with Southside and Tuckerman. Single winners again, Cam Fowler, Addie Green, Caleb Cates, John Payton won in the tiebreak. In the doubles side, Miley Walker, Rachel Ballard with a win, Jocelyn Nail, Katie Bacon with a doubles win, Weston Dickerson, Aiden Smith a win. So some repeat winners and then some others getting their first win. A lot of players playing well on the court there.
And you just need to keep that consistency up. Looks
That's
pretty
right.
good so far.
Let's talk volleyball.
Well, the volleyball schedule kicked off on the 28th at Cave City, Melbourne at home. Cave City Senior High won overall. Set 1 was 24-26. Set 2 was 25-16. Set 3, 25-22. And set 4, 25-12. So it looks like a pretty good start overall for volleyball.
Yeah, so they probably won normally you win 3 out of 5 sets, and that last set goes to only 15 points. Mm-hmm. So we're probably looking at a 3 out of 4 set win there, and that's a good start. And we've got some expectations for volleyball, which means we expect you folks to get out and watch them play. So schedule cards are out, schedules posted at your favorite place around town. Get a good look at that volleyball schedule and watch our girls play. All right, so now we're ready to step aside for a short break, and then when we come back, we'll have the inside take on golf. I had a chance to sit down with our golfers recently, and we'll have that when we come right back here on the club.
Cable Channel 6 is here for you. Here are all the services that we offer to you. Let's start simple. We offer community access slideshows which last all day long. We create and air your business commercials. We offer filming and editing services for a fee. We are also seeking football and basketball sponsors for live casts. If any of these offers interest you, please call the Caveman Radio TV hotline at 283-3309. We are on Cable Channel 6, and we cover everything that is Caveman.
Everyone, welcome to the Inside Take. I'm Philip Landers, your host. This week we're going to talk Cave City golf. And look who I have here today. I have Rhett King, Caleb Cates, Kelsey Dillinger, Cayden Justice, all members of our golf team. You're all seniors, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you were just ninth grade just yesterday. And now look at you in your last year of high school. Let's talk Cave City golf, and we're just going to rapid fire a few questions, and we'll go down the line and maybe start on that end some too. So let's talk about how long have you been playing golf, Rhett?
I played a little bit when I was a kid, but I mainly started playing a lot when I was a freshman.
Okay. What about you, Caleb?
I started my sophomore year of high school.
Okay, so that was your first time to pick up a golf club, or
Yep.
I mean, we've all played putt-putt when we were kids,
Yeah.
right? So you've done that, you've all done, but that was your first
Sophomore
time
year,
to really hit a golf ball. Okay, how about you?
First time I ever really actually played was beginning freshman year.
Okay, how about you, Cayden?
This is my first year.
This is your first year, so you've never played golf before. You just said, I
Never.
want to try it out.
She
And
made me.
She
Yeah.
made you. Okay, well, no, that's great. And so we love the team aspect. And golf, I mean, you're a team, and when you play, there's a cumulative score, right?
Yes,
But
sir.
it's also very individual, isn't it? So what do you like, Cayden, about golf compared to maybe other sports? Is there anything about it you like better or don't like as much? What do you like the best,
I
though?
feel like the people in golf are nicer than other sports.
That's a big part of the game, right? The very genial atmosphere, letting people play through and all of that, being courteous at all times. What do you like the best?
It's more laid back and slow than all
Right.
my other sports.
Yeah, you hit the ball kind of when you're ready to hit,
Yeah.
don't you? So what about you?
I'd say probably the laid back aspect of it. Like compared to baseball, it's really chill and not like just sporadic.
Right, it's very, I mean, you don't, in baseball, you got guys in the dugout, right?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
somebody's clean. You don't hear much cheering, do you?
No.
With golf, it's
Very
not
quiet.
Very
More of a
few.
quiet.
What do you like the best?
I like how challenging it is. It's one of the most difficult sports to play, and I just like the challenge.
And it's really just you and that ball, isn't it? I mean, in other sports, and we have teams, and your teammates are there, and I mean that's fun. But there's something about when it's just you and that ball, right? And can I get that ball up there to that green? So, what's your favorite club to hit?
I suck at all of them.
Oh, you do? Okay, that's good. Hey, well, you're honest. Okay, you got to
But
know
the
yourself,
7,
right?
The 7.
The
Seven
7-iron. You
iron.
like the 7-iron? Okay. I cannot hit the irons, right? I can't. I can drive it okay, putt okay. Irons are a problem. What about you, Kelsey?
I just like hitting the driver, see how far I can get
That's
it and where it's
right.
going to go.
There's something about that driver, that big fat club, right? But don't you think there's more pressure because when you're on the tee, everybody's at the tee box, right? So they're all watching.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so that is very different. Whereas when you're on the fairways, you're probably spread out because all the balls go to a different place, right? So what's your
Yeah.
favorite club?
I'd say probably a 7-iron. I use it the most, and it
Okay.
feels the most smooth. So yeah.
Right. There's something about their different lengths, the
Yeah.
irons, and I think we all have one that feels the best to our natural posture, right? So what about you?
I like my 56-degree wedge. I
Okay.
like using it around the green and getting it close to the hole whenever I don't land it on the green.
Okay, right. That really gets that ball. That's the Phil Mickelson club, right? So now he says Ricky Fowler's his favorite player, but that sounds like a little Phil Mickelson coming out right there. So let me ask you, how many times have you hit a ball that was never to be seen again by human beings?
Quite
So many
quite a
times.
lot.
So many times.
I couldn't even count, honestly.
So, Jane just nods. You can't put a number on it. So
I mean, I lost 6 the last match.
is there? I've been there. We've all been there, right? And so let me ask you this: have you ever used a foot wedge?
A foot wedge.
Do we know what a foot wedge is?
No.
You don't know about? Do you know Jessie Stauffer last year sat right here and she didn't know about that either? I'm going to have to come to practice. So the foot wedge is when nobody else is watching and you're off into the weeds and you
I got you.
improve your lie, little kick when nobody's looking, right? You know. So I always say I paid to play, I'll do what I want. But and you guys, your case, do you keep your own score, right? I mean, how do we? Is that
For
really
the
how you
most
do it, or
part. It's
No,
You
well, in
switch.
matches, you switch
Right.
scorecards with another person in your group, and you keep their score.
Okay.
But you could also keep your score on that same scorecard.
Because
if
you want to know where you're at. So it's similar to tennis, right? I mean, if you've played our tennis players, it's kind of an honor system, right? And I know sometimes if they can't settle, they will just replay a point if they can't all agree. So have you ever had where you just felt like the score wasn't right, or does that normally work itself out?
No,
it normally works.
everybody's usually pretty honest.
Right. Okay, and they need to be, and that's fair. So you've had a few matches under your belt, right? So how have we done so far? What's your best finish?
I shot a 43 at Cherokee South, and that's the best I've played so far. I didn't play too good Wednesday, but I think I'll do better Tuesday.
Right. Okay, how about you?
My best so far is a 46, and that's about what I've averaged so far.
Wow, that's actually so. We're talking about 9 holes. You play 9 in
9.
competition. So classically, it's 36 strokes as par
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
9 holes, right? So 4 over, 6 over. What about you?
I don't even want to talk about it.
Okay. So are you saying you use a calculator when you calculate your score? You don't need a calculator, do you?
Yeah,
You do. Okay.
a little bit.
Me too. How about you? You just don't know.
Horrible.
Right. So we need wide. I need wide boxes for like 3. You know, I've never broken 100. I have played some golf. It's been a while, and I've been close a time or two. And I'd get to about the 18th hole, and I'm like, this time I'm going to be say
Yeah, every time I
110.
play 18, I break
And
100.
then I don't know, the ball defied physics, and 10 shots later I'm still putting. I don't know. So I think we've all, one of my favorite things about golf, and when you watch on television, they hit these incredible shots, but even those guys will hit shots just as bad as we do sometimes, and that's one of my favorite things. In the NFL, you don't see that. Those guys are super good all the time, but those golfers, they'll hit good shots, and sometimes we hit one just like that, right? And there's nothing like hitting that ball, right, when you really stroke it, right? And, of course, I usually say, well, what happened? I have no clue. I don't know how it happened, but it was an accident, right? But that's one of the great things about golf. So let's talk about this year. And so this is Friday as we're filming today. This would be August 23, and you guys have had a couple of matches, and they're playing this next week. Do you have goals for this year?
I'd like to go lower than 85 in district.
Okay.
That's my main goal, and probably break 40 in one of my matches.
Right. So in district tournament, we play 18.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, okay, very good. What about you?
For district, I'd like to shoot below a 90, somewhere below 90, and try to qualify for state.
Okay, excellent. How do we qualify for state? Is it
It depends on your score. It goes like top 4.
okay? So it's the
singles
top
played.
4 out of district.
Well, if you don't make it as a team, you take 3 scores out of your 4 players you bring, and you add them up. And if you don't make it as a team, they'll take the top 4 single scores.
Oh, okay. But you could qualify as a team.
Yes,
Yeah.
So there's a team standings, but in the individual standings also. So good options. What about you?
For district, I'd just like to break 100.
Right.
Like, do better than I usually do. And then, like, each match, I like to at least get, like, at least one shot better than the match before.
Right. Yeah. We always want to improve a little bit. How about you, Cayden?
For everything, it's just one shot better than the one before.
Right. And do you guys you classically use a cart, or do you like
No.
to
We have to walk.
We
You
have
do
to walk.
Yeah.
So, do you find yourself getting to get past a bad shot while you're walking, or does it stay with you? Does it give you time to think? Or I would rather ride the cart, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely gives you a lot of time to think about
Especially
your
when some of the
shot.
holes are further away.
right,
It's a
yeah, those
lot.
500 yards. There's some mean people designing these golf courses, right? I mean, why is that ball 9 miles from here, the whole 9 miles away? But it gives you time to think. It sure does. So we want to wish you guys the best of luck, and we'll be following you. We may have you come back when the season's over, and we'll talk about how you finished up with Cave City Golf. So we've got Jaden Justice, Kelsey Dillinger, Caleb Cates, and Rhett King. This has been the Inside Take on Golf. Thanks for watching.
Welcome to Cave City High School, the home of your local TV channel, Cable Channel 6. There is also a way for you guys to
Bruh, are you for real right now?
Sorry, dude. I was on the phone with my girlfriend. Didn't know you were recording.
You know you have to edit this, right? And the more we keep standing here, the more footage gets captured on that camera, right? And the more footage that gets captured on that camera, the more footage you have to go in and edit, cut, and make sure that it doesn't get exported. And let me remind you, and it may be a little bit of a cliche, that we're on a time crunch here. And if we don't get this uploaded by a certain time, we are going to look bad to the public.
Yeah.
Remember, Cable Channel 6 is led and operated by semi-professional and experienced high school students, but we are determined to produce content to inform and entertain citizens like you. Thank you.
And we're back. It's time to wrap up this week's edition of the club. We appreciate our golfers giving us some time and insight as we got the inside take on golf. And boy, that's just one of those sports, you can play it for a lifetime. It's just one of those things in the fellowship of golf. It's a great sport.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't think I could ever be good at it, but I can respect anybody with the patience to do that for years.
Golfing is like fishing. To look good is to golf good. Yeah. To look good is to fish good. So that's how you succeed at golf. All right, let's take a look at our upcoming sports calendar.
So our football team is going to Mountain View today, well, tonight more rather, and then next week is Izard County Consolidated. And for tennis, the next match will be Thursday at 3:30 at Highland. And on the 3rd of September, the senior high is at home, 3:30 as well. And then 9/5, September 5th, Clinton and Bergman at Fairfield Bay, also at 3:30. For volleyball, there's matches September 3rd at Bergman and on September 5th at Valley Spring. Cross country opening meet, that is the Bearcat Invitational at Melbourne, Tuesday, September 1st, starting at 4:15. So we're getting a pretty nice schedule in the next coming weeks.
Yeah, our volleyball, by the way, who will they hit the ground running, and they're going to play 2 and 3 times a week until the season is over. They're in the conference that goes back to the west, so flipping Valley Springs rather, and back that way. Will be our games for our Valley View. So our next episode of the club is going to be Friday, September 13th.
Oh no. Friday the 13th.
Oh, it is Friday the 13th. That's right. Anything could happen that day. We will have the inside take with our Cave City tennis team for that episode. That will air at 5:30 p.m. here on the Cave City Athletics YouTube channel and Facebook pages, as well as Cable Channel 6. So we look forward to seeing you then. Back here on the club, I'm Philip Landers.
And I'm his co-host, Cayden Burrow.
We'll see you next time.